everyone, welcome back to Bonsai Expression. I'm Christoph and today we are revisiting my Temple Ficus planting. Now if you remember, originally way back I started this temple planting with it was a tall larch that I got down in the Birmingham Bonsai boot sale, and I did a planting and I put it over, I spread the roots over the planting and did it like basically like this one. And unfortunately my original mistake was I wired it in and I did the wiring too tight and I strangled the roots on it. So this is 2.0, but we're going bigger and better because we're doing the original planting better, because we're now doing it with ficus, which in hindsight I probably should have done it originally with the ficuses, because ficus, well, they grow aerial roots. So the aerial roots, when we get round to developing, they are now going to go in, they're going to go, hopefully what they're going to do is when they do develop, they're going to go and develop and devour the whole planting and temple, and they're going to strangle it, just like I always forget what that temple's called. But anyway, you know the temple that we're on about. We left it down in the comments on the original not the original video, but the last video when we set this one up. Why don't I get myself prepared? Anyway, it'll come to me. I'll talk about it shortly in the video when it does ping into my brain, but we'll go on about it. So the temples that I am on about, ficuses have grown around this temple and they have swallowed it whole with as they grow over, and obviously ficus, the aerial roots do develop over this temple, and it looks like basically it's taking it back to nature. So that is the idea what I want to do with this. I'm pretty sure Nigel Saunders has done something similar, only he has gone bigger and better because he's built his own temple out of cement blocks. You should definitely check that out because it's way better than anything I've done or doing. But I'm doing it somewhat similar, and I'm doing it with the Tiger Bark ficus. So I'm revisiting it. As you remember on the last video, I started it by planting it, and now all I'm going to do today is I'm just going to go in where we've originally cut back. We had a couple of branches, and now as you can see it's done a little bit of sprouting. So I'm going today is just clean up those sprouts that have now turned into some miscellaneous branches. I'm just going to go in and clean out some of the branches I don't want and are unwanted, because you know, as you can see, especially in this sort of area, a couple of them have sprouted in wrong directions and several in the same position. So I've got like 3 or 4 coming from one position. I either don't want that many or I don't want any at all. So it's just a case of going around, checking out the trees, checking out what branches we will be working with in the future, and just going in, clearing some of them out, just make it neat and tidy. So nice easy video for us today. So come along on this little journey with me today, and just enjoy it. Now I hope you can see my little temple and all my trees. So I've remembered how, actually I've remembered what it's called and how you pronounce it. So it's Ta Prohm Temple, and that is exactly, well, it's not going to be exactly, but that's the temple, and that is what I am aiming for. So my trees are all set up. So this one, hopefully as it thickens up in a few years, I'm hoping I'm going to get it at least somewhere to the point where it's at least somewhere like here, and then the aerial roots can come and develop and swallow this over as well. And then I'm going to try and get these ones as well thickening up, and then I'm going to try and get the roots along the base of this as well. So Ta Prohm Temple is my inspiration. Eventually as well, we're going to move some of the gravel soil work at the bottom to expose and then raise it up as well in here, so you can see all the ground roots at the bottom as well. So it should eventually creep out looking somewhat Ta Prohm-ish. That's the idea. So a few years down the line, but the way these trees grow, I'm sure it won't be too many years, because obviously I've got the ingrowing lights there as well, which helps it grow, and hence this is the indoor growth at the moment that's keeping it going. But today, like I say, I'm just going to go in and just remove some of these branches that we're unwanting. So nice easy decisions at the moment. So the branches that I already selected at the start of my journey for this one, so I've got ones growing just underneath it, so I'm just going to come in and take those ones out. The branch I did select at the start, just here, this one's already died off. But luckily enough, I've got another branch growing underneath it, so I'll just take the dead branch out and we will start growing with the new branch that has developed underneath. Branch is nice down low, but again they are too low to keep, so I'm just going to come in and snip those ones out. The good thing with these is obviously when I started it, I will take these ones off as well. When I started it, we ensured we had enough roots to start this tree, and we kept it alive. But as you can see, I've got another dead branch here. It wasn't strong enough to sustain some of the branches that we did cut back, but it was healthy enough to sprout out more branching, so that's good. We've got a nice leader up here, which is a good start for us, which is what we wanted, because we left this big branch here to develop the leader. But I'm just going to go in and again just cut around it, all the unwanted buds at the base and the leaves. So we'll leave that to sprout out. I'm going to leave this one next to it, but I've got one right at the back of it, just developing at the bottom. So just nice easy cuts really, and that's all we're doing. So I've got this one at the back, it's coming out, it's making a long shoot. I will leave it pretty long at the minute, because obviously it'll just come out thicken up. And then we've got this long one here at the back as well. I'm just going to come in, reduce the length of it. Now I'll zoom you in just here, because I'll show you what I was talking about in terms of all the growth coming from one spot. So I'll just come in and show you that. So I've moved the camera angle and it's focused in. You can see right at the base of this branch here. So I've got this branch that I am going to keep. Now it'll unfocus and focus as I do move, but I've got this branch here. Come on, please stay in focus. Come on, there we go. And as you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 all branches. So these ones are all coming from the same spot. So I'm just going to come in and neatly take out all the other branching around it and just keep hold of this main branch. And then I've got this one coming off as well. I'm just going to come in, take all those ones out and just leave this branch in here and clear up around it. So there is sections around the tree where we've got several branches coming from the same spot. There we go, back in focus, and you can see it is swelling already. I don't really want to, let me see if I can just put my hand around it. There we go. So you can see just in this section, don't focus on that, there we go. So where I've just cut, there and there, if I continue to leave that, this will continue to bulge out, and then eventually this whole section of the tree will continue to swell and it will be unsightly. Now I have got a tree that I am continuing to swell, which is the S shape, and I do like the whole bulgy look because these trees do that naturally, as obviously given by this section. Well, this tree, I don't want it to do that. I want to do and I want to work continually on providing the best possible care to get a nice slim looking tree and work on the roots and aerial root side of it. So that's how I'm going to work this tree. Just going to take out a branch just at the base back here, which died off. Just going to neaten that up, trying to get it flush. And then I've got other branches in this section that we are just going to come in and try and neaten up as best as we can. On this side, you will see, if you follow it, so this here is my leader, but on the back side of it, just here, I've got a long section that is trying to compete with the leader. So I'm just going to take that out and cut back to here and take this one out as well, because it's growing inwards and upwards. So I want it to grow outwards there. I'm just going to leave that now, I think, for this tree. Maybe bring this one back as well, just to there. Now for this tree, that's done, that's cleaned up. I've selected all the branches that I do want to keep. I'm not too fussed about everything else on this one, but I'm going to just continue working around the other trees. So this one has got plenty of those sections that I was on about, where I've got several of my, there we go, I've got several of my sprouts growing from the same spot. So I'm just going to go in and correct those bits up. And then we've got this leader here, which I've got 2 points growing from it. I'm just going to come in and make a selection from there as well. And again, it's just about making the decisions of which ones we want and cutting back to whatever we decide we want. Just in the back section, I think if I just move this one down and then bring this across, you can see right here, this one grows up, but it's, if I bring it down, it grows upwards, but it's actually not growing upwards, it's sort of growing up but in towards the tree when I pull it down. So I'm going to snip that one out. It's on the wrong side of the tree. I want everything growing outwards away from the tree. And then I've got a big leaf here as well, which was the original leaf, and then obviously these are where the branches grow. So I'm just going to come and take that out, and then anything at the base of these branches as well, I'm just going to take them out because they're no longer required. We're just opening up, and again just bringing back all this growth. Anything we are not requiring, just take it out. And as we're doing it, I'm just going to try and clean up the tree. Got some growth at the base, too low down, I'm going to come in and take out as well. Last but not least, we've got the main tree that we're just going to come in and develop. Now, as you can see, this section here, if I can just show you, just there, this section here, I've got a branch just here, and then I've got all this growing up in the wrong direction. So I'm just going to come in and just take a snip and remove the whole section. Anything that's growing in the middle and then growing in and upwards into the tree, I don't want, it's going to take out. So that's the first easy decision. I'm going to spin it around this way a little bit, just so I can come in and just try and make a cleaner flush pot. The next section, just going to remove that down. That's in an armpit. Okay, so easy cuts, anything just there. This branch at the front has obviously died back a little bit, but I have got a bud further down, so I'm just going to come in and just take it back a little bit more. I've got a bud just at the base here, and then a little growth there, so we can utilize those in the future, no problem. This branch here, I've got two little bits growing backwards, so I'm just going to come and take that out. Same with this one here, take that out, and then at the back, a branch growing backwards. I can see at the top, if I just come round the cut, I've got all these sections up here, just congestion galore at the top. So let's come in, just neaten all the congestionness out. Congestionness, is that a real word? I don't know, it is now. So still going round, just trimming the tree back, making cuts. Keeping it neat, keeping it tidy. That's growing upwards. We don't want that. Trying to bring everything back. That's growing through the tree, don't want that. That's growing up and out, not bad. Gonna come and utilize that one there. Spin around. Cut back there. Okay. I think ideally I would like, let's cut that back a little bit. I would like a branch to go this way here and fill this gap. So hopefully we will get something to grow down this way. As you can see, it's a bit bald here. So I think I trimmed one of these off too early. I would like something to grow here. Yeah. Maybe we could utilize this one in the future, grow it this way. So bring that one back. just there. See how that one develops. Yeah, okay. We'll go with that. Let me just have a quick spin. So it's been trimmed up. I've took a bit off, but nothing major really, just probably 2 handfuls. And what that's allowed me to do is just obviously neaten everything up, allowed me to get the basic structure of all the branches in place now, as you can see. Now the difference between these two trees, the back one and the front one, as you can see, not an awful lot really, except the branch structure is now set in place. The height wise is pretty much similar, except this front one here has now got a proper structural leader, as in it's growing straight, whereas this one is sort of growing off to the side, and then it's got now a little shoot. So I hope you can sort of see that just there. What I would like to do to differentiate the difference between these two now, by growing this main shoot here, I'm just going to allow that to grow up and develop without cutting it back. So hopefully what that will do is allow the figure to grow through the tree and allow it to thicken up faster. Whereas I will just restrict the growth for this one, so it'll keep it everything else growing out wide and allow everything else to develop. I'll allow the whole tree here to develop, cutting everything back, but I'll allow this one to just keep shooting up. It will thicken the whole entire tree, pulling the growth all the way through it, making it go wide and tall. And then what I will do then is keep trimming it back eventually, so that way it will allow it to grow thick. It'll give me that option to cut back, and then obviously differentiate the height. So I'll have my main tree here upwards, and then a second one which will be slightly less tall, and then the third one I will keep it stubby. It'll give that sense of depth in the planting eventually, that is. The main tree, the structure of all the branches is pretty much set. I've got these 2 branches left and right, and then I've got a couple of back ones. I do have a little dead one at the back. I'm hoping maybe I'll get a bud or 2 develop while it's inside, because it's hot and humid. It's not quite dead completely, the end bit is, but at the base it could develop a bud from it. So hopefully if it does, we can then develop a new back branch. But everything else has been trimmed off, all the ones that are growing in the wrong places. Because we have done a cut back, and because we've got so much growth, so much empty space, and inside it is nice and humid as well, and we've got plenty of light, it will also allow buds to develop all over the tree, so literally everywhere now. So I keep an eye on it, pick off buds, pick off leaves, pick off branches that do develop where I don't need them, and just go through the tree and allow it to develop. So hopefully in turn, over time, these trees should now develop as I want them. And then it's just a case of allowing them to thicken up, allowing them to stay warm as well, especially next year. I'll keep them in this polytunnel, allow them to get hot, humid, and they should develop some aerial roots, which will be a bonus, because that is in turn what I want to do. I want to get the aerial roots wrapping around these little, it's a Chinese pagoda and a courtyard. So once the roots sort of develop and strangle this, when they thicken up, it should look like that little temple that we are going for, the temple look anyway. So yeah, fingers crossed we'll do that. So if you like this one and you want to see it develop, please do hit that subscribe button, and you will eventually be able to follow my channel and see this one develop. If you like the idea of this one and you like the idea of following me, please like the video, because you'll be able to see more of my videos as well. And don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. It's not quite Nigel Saunders, but you know, I'm trying. And please hype the video as well, because apparently it gets me out there on the leaderboard. Well, I'll try and get on the leaderboard anyway. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going out in style. Yeah, I'm not going out in style, but I'm going out anyway. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching.